Bobby Lopez here, and this is a members-only version of the webinar that we held. No guests online or callers in. I'm just going to go through the actual material that's going to help your game. Sorry you missed us, but we want you to have the information either way. Now, how does alignment, what does alignment mean versus aim? Well, let me take you to your member section. You son of a gun. Where did this thing go? Oh, now I know what's wrong. Bobby Lopez here, and this is a members-only version of this webinar. We want you to have the information. Sorry you couldn't join us, so you'll miss out some of the laughs and the comments, but that's all right. You're going to get the information you need. Now, what does alignment mean, and how is it different from aim? Let me take you right to... Let's see if I can get there. We go. Now we're talking. Switch programs. Let's go over here to quickfixgolf.com. Let's go ahead and check in as if we were a member, which we are right now. Hold on. Why won't it let me? Here we go. Whoops, you son of a gun. Let's go back to visit the site. Here's members. Let's go to start your membership here. We're assuming you've already put in your username and password if you were doing this. And you look right along in here, you're going to see part of the lesson manual, and you're going to see that a lot of what we're covering now is actually in these sections. I highly recommend club face versus path, the grip, and the address position. These three things right here are really going to help you. And if you haven't looked at doing drills effectively, you're making a mistake there. That's really important. Why bust your tail on doing drills and doing them the wrong way? That ain't going to fly. Okay, so now let's go to, here we go. The question may be too simple. Alignment deals with the shoulders, hips, knees, and feet. That's aligning your machine, the machine that's going to hit the ball. We want these four body parts all in alignment. Now, pointing that alignment where you want the ball to start off from is aiming. And where you aim and where the club face is going to be pointed may be two completely different things. You aim at your initial flight of the ball. Let me give you an idea here. Let's pretend, hold it, pointer options, pen, there we go. Here's your golf ball. Here's your little flag stick up here. You might be aiming over here. And you've got your feet like this, and you want that ball to start off in this direction. But you're trying to play a fade, so you've got the club face slightly open so that it's pointed exactly at that flag stick. So the ball will eventually end up where the flag stick is. That's not necessarily where you aimed. All right, so you're going to aim where you want the ball to start off at. It may end up somewhere else. So there's a difference between aim and alignment. You will align your body and your shoulders where you're aiming. Capiche? All right, it's easy enough. Now, let's move on to the next slide, which is if your aim is off target, you will adjust your swing. I'm telling you that I can almost, in so many cases, if not all, follow the trail back from the first time I meet a golfer and say, okay, how did you get in this condition? How did you make this mess? And generally, it goes right back to their poor alignment in the beginning. And part of the poor alignment can be related to improperly fitted golf clubs. And that's one of my greatest pet peeves, I guess, if you call it that, is all these people that say, oh, yeah, I fit golf clubs. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Proper alignment is absolutely essential to a proper swing. Many swing faults can be attributed to poor alignment. In many ways, aim is just as critical. Aim deals with perception. If you think you're aimed somewhere and you're really not, you're going to do everything you can to get that ball to go where it is you want it to go. You won't necessarily change the aim. So now you've got a compensation in your swing. If your aim is off target, you will adjust your swing for what you think is a swing flaw, when it's actually an aiming mistake. All right, now, we can't do any of this without addressing the address position. You know, you got to have your eyes properly positioned. You got to have your arms hanging straight down, 90-degree spine angle, from here to there. All that kind of stuff. So that's what I was saying also, the address position, you want to look at that in your lesson manual. And we've got to get this right. Notice everything here is aligned, shoulders aligned, his ball's going there. And look at his eyes. Nobody ever thinks about aligning the eyes. And notice how his eyes are right about at 50% of the distance between his feet and the ball. There's that's just a super address position. It's hard to beat that one. Let's go to the next slide here. Now, this is what I see most of the time. The feet are off to the right and the shoulders are off to the left. The one thing I noticed about Nicklaus, Johnny Miller, Lee Trevino, all these guys, their feet are open and their shoulders are shut, or it looks that way to you. It's not true, but it looks that way. Because actually, if you had your toes perfectly aligned, but you opened your left foot, it's going to look open, but it's not. See? But this is the one I see the most of. Then I see this. I'll say, hey, you're lined up with your feet way to the right. I go, no, I'm not. They lift their body up and look down the fairway. No. You can't do that. You can't do that. You've got to make sure that when you set up, like I am right here, you swivel your head and let your eyes follow the trail where your head is set. Now, if your head's on crooked, there's not much we can do about that. But if you got your head placed right, and don't laugh, I see guys with their head turned one way and another, and oh, my God. I don't know whether they're left eye dominant, right eye dominant. I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. I don't know how that goes. But I know one thing. You can't have your head on there crooked. Let's keep it simple. See, here I am setting up to a shot, and the first thing I set up is my club face. I find myself a spot on the ground here because I started off standing over here, back behind the golf ball, pointing myself to there, and then bingos. Then, if anything, I'm going to set my right foot only. There's one of the biggest mistakes for people that get in this mess right here with their feet to the right. Usually it's because they put their left foot down first. No, put the club face down. The club face is the boss. That's where the ball's going to end up. I don't care where you aim. Wherever that club face is at impact, that's where the ball's going. All right, so if we go right here, there you go. See, aim straight on. I choose an alignment point. Then I'll turn my head around and try and get my eyes perfectly aligned and parallel. Then I'll go ahead and set my shoulders and set my hips and everything else. Then if I want to look up again, I got to take my eyes and follow the trail, but I make sure I don't move my shoulders one iota. Not at all. How much is an iota anyway? I don't move one iota. What is an iota? Now, this, when practicing, you can't do this in the real thing. This is the same hitting station that Nicklaus used to use. And look at this. See, he's got a club here for his path, shoulders. Now, why this club isn't over here where his feet are, I have no idea. But, hey, that's the way he did it. So I'm just doing it the way he did it. You could even take another club, as far as I'm concerned, and put it down right there so that you can have your foot here and your foot there, and you got everything perfectly aligned. This is mucho importante. Huh? You've got to pay attention to this alignment skill. It's a skill. You develop it. Now, there's other things that can mess up the show. Even though you're trying to align yourself up perfectly, what happens if your clubs are toe heavy? Meaning the toe is going down, meaning the club's too flat for you. Ball's going to go to the right. And we're going to go right back to what we said earlier, that you're going to go, your brain's going to go, oh, I'm doing everything right. Why is the ball going right? It must be my swing. And you start trying to do something in your swing, most likely shut the face so that the face comes back over here some, but it doesn't work that way. It doesn't straighten it out, because what it does is with the face being shut, it puts counterclockwise spin on the ball, it ends up curving. You end up getting a hook. Okay? Same thing over here. Guys that have their club, you'll have women also, sorry ladies, they're usually scooping with the hands trying to get the ball to come back. Here, most of the golfers that have that go right to left. And as you can see, what compounds the problem is with a long iron, there's very little deviance. With a wedge, there's a lot. But you're usually more upset when you miss the green with your wedge than with your 2-iron. But, you know, the whole thing is that it will affect your swing. This can drive you batty right here if your lie angles are wrong. That's why you need to have them checked. If your grip is messed up, it can affect where the club face is at impact, and where the club face is at impact is where the ball is going to go. That's a real strong grip. That's a real weak grip. Here's my grip right here. That's me. This is, of course, Ben Hogan, which is heading towards the weak area. But his hands were very, very quick. So that's how he got rid of some of his hook, because his hands were so fast he used to hook the ball. So he weakened his grip. Well, that's all of that. Now, I had some stuff to be able to also show you. Let's see. Let's switch screens here. There we go. I had put some under my tab. Let's pull up. That's me. That's me. Right here, I went ahead and boy, we laughed at my belly. Maron, look at that. I'm not eating for 6 months. See? I'd get right behind the ball. I tried not to do that I didn't want to, because of the camera. All you'd see is my fat behind. But see, but I get myself a good line going with where I'm going. See? And I take the club, figure out where that is, and then I set the club face where I want to go. See? I set that club face right there, the tip of the club, right on the line where I'm going. See? Then I set up the golf club. Then I set up to the golf club. See? And you'll notice right here as well, my eyes are about 50-50, more or less. Not that that's a rule of thumb or anything, but to give you an idea. Now, also, when we talked about the lie angle on the golf clubs, well, the same thing holds true on side hill lies. That's why we did this side hill lie thing over at Pendleton, because now your golf club is upright, whether you like it or not. So the ball, even though Greg here is lined up this way, his ball is going to go that way because of the lie angle on the golf club, because of the side hill lie, see? So he lines up left of the target, pretend like you're hitting it over here, but the ball will go to the hole, see? Look at it going right here, dead straight right at it. Boy, you hit a great shot right there. Look at that. Going right at it. Good job there, Greg. See? Now, this was, oh, we got one question. We were doing this with Regis here. I put a pole so he'd swing at the pole and align at the pole, because the ball's going to come off that side hill lie right at the hole. He said, well, how do I control my path? I says, oh, well, that's easy. What I would do is just come on up over here, take my club, set the club in the ground. There you go. Bang, and I swing, and this way I know if I don't hit those sticks, I know that I've got the club on plane. See? So that can help you. Set that up, hit the ball there. Ball should go at the hole. Let's see, where did the ball go? Where's the ball? Where's the ball? Here, ball. I don't see it. Maybe I muffed it. No, it went too high because I was hitting a wedge. Let's see where it goes right here. Come on, come on. Whoops. Here we can, right there. That ball will work a little bit over to the left. I promise. That's what it does. See, I'm playing mine way off to the right more than Greg did because I've got a wedge in my hand. All right, makes a big difference. All right, now, one other thing I was just going to show you real quick. Let me see here. No, that wasn't it. Let me show you what I was going to show you here. Let's look at badly, for instance. See what you see there? Golf club on the ground. Huh? I can show you a bunch of them. Here's Funk. Club on the ground. Now, he puts it over by his feet. Different guys do it different ways. Here's Tom Kite. Now, you know he's pretty good. He puts it, wow, look where he puts it, right next to where, don't do that because you might lose a shaft. But he's been doing this a long time, so he's not fearful of knocking the crap out of a shaft. But boy, you could ruin a shaft in a hurry. Then let's look at Bernhardt. See, he's got the club inside the ball. So you see, they don't all do it the same way, but I don't see one of them using the same hitting station I showed you that Jack Nicklaus would use. So I would say that, and look, nobody was better than Jack Nicklaus when it came to alignment and setup and everything. He was really, really, really serious about it. So he'd put down more than just one club. He had his hitting station. So I would really consider doing something like that. You'll see all these guys do this. Watch, we can go all the way down here. Here's Zach Johnson that's not doing it, but look, here's a club over here, here's a club over here, a bunch of other players. This is the master. Now, you know these guys know how to play golf. You know, it isn't like you're ever cured. You're always in remission. I mean, you know, you never have this thing down 100%. Otherwise, one guy would win week after week after week after week. It doesn't go that way. All right, so I hope this helps you some. Use the alignment. Read the section in the manual. That'll be good for you in the lesson manual. Remember, just go to members, then enter your username, which is your email address, and then the password. And just go to in fact, here, hold on. Start your membership here. Let's go to switch programs. Maron, there we are. See? Then you just, for instance, if you're dealing with the address position, just click on that. I put it in sections so it wouldn't be so hard to tear down. Otherwise, it takes forever for it to download. See? You got a bunch of pages here on address position. A bunch. What's going on here? Here we go. Here we go. See? And I can pull this down. A bunch. It even has ball position, which also involves all this. So this is some really good reading for you right here. You know, faults and things that can go wrong, alignment and aim, the difference in the two. All right? So get to work. Remember, you can always get a hold of me at BobbyLopez at QuickFixGolf.com. You got any questions or anything, happy to answer them.